Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Dibyendu Sarkar, and as Faculty Marshal, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 150th New Student Convocation Ceremony at Stevens Institute of Technology. During these unprecedented times, we come to you today virtually from Dibon Auditorium, officially welcoming you to Stevens Institute of Technology. It is my pleasure to introduce today's first speaker, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs of Stevens Institute of Technology, Dr. Christoph Pierre.
Class of 2024, welcome. I congratulate you on joining our university. I'm delighted that you have chosen Stevens to pursue a degree. Welcome to Stevens, both in person and virtually. I hope you and your families are well during this challenging time. As Provost, I serve as the Chief Academic Officer of the university. I'm responsible for all the academic programs, schools, colleges, departments, research units, and academic administrative units. Perhaps most importantly, my office oversees the academic standards, the excellence, and the integrity of Stevens. In consultation with the faculty and the university administration, I'm also charged with strategic planning and resource allocation, that is budgets, for the academic enterprise. In the end, though, all my responsibilities focus on the quality of the education and the academic experience we provide to you, our students, and on ensuring your success and your timely graduation. By joining Stevens, you have come to the right place. You are joining a university with a tremendous legacy, an impressive growth trajectory, and a bright future. This year, we're welcoming 992 of you to the Stevens family. You are the best and brightest from among a large pool of applicants. For the second year in a row, more than 10,000 undergraduate applicants applied to Stevens. Word is definitely getting around about the value of a Stevens education. Needless to say, this has been an unusual year. I would like to thank all of you for making a commitment to Stevens amid all the uncertainty. I do strongly believe that you are making the right choice in starting your undergraduate studies now. Over the past few months, faculty and staff across the university have been working hard to develop a safe and fulfilling academic experience. I believe we will be able to provide a healthy environment for the Stevens community and an educational experience for our students that lives up to the high standards of the university. At Stevens, our chief goal is to consolidate our place in the world of higher education as a premier, student-centric, technological research university. Note the importance of student-centric in that phrase. These words are part of the long-term 10-year strategic plan that President Nariman Farvardin deployed in 2012 and that has been guiding us ever since. Everything we do at Stevens is for you, the students. It is done by the faculty, by the staff, by the administrators, working together, all for the benefits of the students. So be assured that my administration and our faculty are committed to providing you with a supportive environment that enables you to succeed in your studies. Our 3 most recent incoming classes include a record number of students, and we are all working together to ensure that your experience is top-notch. At Stevens, our mission is to educate future leaders, you, in fields of technology. Technology is at our core, and it permeates everything we do in education and research, whether it's in the arts and letters, business engineering, science, or systems. As you know, more than ever, technology is the engine of human progress, and it holds a preeminent place in our society. Stevens is naturally aligned with this powerful trend. As a result, your Stevens degree will be valuable, will open doors for you, and give you access to career opportunities as demonstrated by our exceptional placement rate. At Stevens, our commitment to providing you with an outstanding experience and an innovative education is continuous. Even while we were away from campus because of the pandemic, construction pressed forward on our new student housing university center project, which will provide student facilities and residential space that will transform life on campus. We're also adding to our world-class faculty. This academic year, 20 full-time faculty members with outstanding credentials are joining our roster of teachers and researchers. And we're continuing to upgrade labs and academic facilities so that our students benefit from a state-of-the-art learning environment, including, and very proudly, the new Gateway Academic Center that opened just last fall. Finally, I would like to make a few points that I hope you will keep in mind during your time at Stevens. First, make the most of all that Stevens has to offer. Be sure to get all you can out of the support that the professors, academic advisors, counselors, career advisors, and your student peers can provide. We're offering our support services both in person and virtually. There are also more than 100 student organizations to help you make connections and enjoy your years at Stevens. Take advantage of them. Also, consider doing a research project with a professor. And when conditions return to normal, consider a semester or summer of study abroad. And look into doing internships or co-op opportunities in industry. Even though you may find it hard to believe, your time at Stevens will go by quickly. Second, although you are just beginning your undergraduate studies, I want to plant the seed that you should consider a graduate degree after your bachelor's, such as a master's degree or a PhD. In some fields, the master's degree has become the professional entry-level degree. At Stevens, you can earn a master's degree efficiently and seamlessly following your undergraduate studies through our AM program, the Accelerated Master's Program. Lastly, and even though I'm happy to welcome you to Stevens, I will be even happier several years from now when you leave Stevens. That's when our president will be shaking your hand at commencement and handing you your diploma. It will mean we will have done our job. My point is, I want you to be successful at Stevens. I want you to graduate and to graduate on time. So once again, welcome to Stevens. I wish you a productive and rewarding year. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Neriman Forvardin, the 7th president of Stevens Institute of Technology.
Class of 2024, colleagues, and members of the extended Stevens community, I am delighted to welcome you to Stevens Institute of Technology's 150th Convocation Ceremony, the official and ceremonial opening of a new academic year. At some point in the future, when we all look on the start of the 2020-2021 academic year, we will remember this most unusual start to your journey of intellectual and personal growth at Stevens. While we'll likely remember the special precautions we are all taking, face covering, social distancing, hand washing, and testing, I am confident we will also remember the grit and determination that you've shown in getting to this moment. You are the reason we're all here. You are our pride and you are our joy. You are Stevens ducks, and we protect our flock. Each of us has a tremendous opportunity as well as a serious responsibility to make this year the best it can be and the safest it can be. We are counting on each of you to act responsibly so that we may continue and expand on-campus learning and living for all members of our community. Convocation marks a new beginning, a celebration of our community, and the opportunity to recognize our esteemed faculty who will inspire and guide your academic pursuits, and our hardworking staff and administrative leadership who will support your personal growth and development. Most importantly, it is the opportunity to offer our most heartfelt welcome to all of you, our students, the newest members of our community. You may have chosen to attend Stevens for any number of important reasons. Whatever your own reasons, whatever your unique path, you will receive my own and my faculty and administrative colleagues' fullest support as you test your limits and pursue your dreams here at Stevens Institute of Technology. Use your years here to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, and I assure you, you will achieve great things. This year will present unusual challenges for all of us. Remember, tough times don't last, but tough people will. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Respect and learn from the differences amongst us. Work together to help each other cope and succeed. You and the entire Stevens community will emerge stronger than ever before. Welcome to Stevens, class of 2024. I look forward to seeing you in person. I look forward to getting to know you individually. And I look forward to watching each of you achieve your fullest potential. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, President Favarden, and good afternoon, class of 2024. My name is Dr. Sarah Klein, and I'm the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. I've been so fortunate to already speak with this class at orientation a few days ago and to meet many of you while you were moving into the residence halls, and I'm now again thrilled to speak with you at your new Student Convocation. When I spoke at orientation, I urged each of you to do some exploring during your time in college and try to figure out what it is that makes you happy. Today, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce two of your peers who are already in the midst of their journey and have started to figure out what it is that makes them happy, as you'll see from their academic paths, their involvement on campus, and all of their leadership involvement as well. Our first speaker is Ms. Samantha Mola, President of the Student Government Association and member of the class of 2022. Sam is a third-year mechanical engineering major from Staten Island, New York, and she's hoping to pursue a concentration in aerospace engineering. She's a sister of Sigma Delta Tau, co-founder of the Solar Car Team, an active member of WCPR, the Society of Women Engineers, and the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. She's a very busy woman. Sam will share some words of wisdom as you start your college career. Our second speaker is Mr. Zameen Akmal, Chair of the Stevens Honor Board and member of the class of 2021. Zameen is a 4 out of 4 biomedical engineer from Livingston, New Jersey. We actually learned during this process that we share the same hometown. He is a volunteer EMT with the Hoboken Ambulance Corps and also conducts research in the Stevens Sensory Motor Control Laboratory. Zameen will make some brief remarks and then formally induct each of you into the Stevens Honor System. Now introducing Sam Mola.
When I was asked to speak at Convocation, I was honestly a little overwhelmed. Of course, I've written speeches throughout my presidency and had anticipated writing this one, but where to start? What do I want to talk about? How am I going to make sure that I say all of the things I want to say to a group of vastly different people from different experiences and backgrounds? I started out watching a few TED Talks for inspiration, but ultimately ended up thinking back to my own convocation 2 years ago, when the SGA president at the time spoke to our class. He recalled the time he spontaneously went to Manhattan to wait online for Saturday Night Live tickets and ended up sitting on a sidewalk until 3 a.m. with a group of random people he had met on the line. In that moment, as I sat within a sea of strangers during my first week of college, I realized how important it would be for me to focus on my independence and explore new opportunities as a Stevens student. Now I want to share that same message with all of you, because becoming independent and trying new things has brought me to this stage today. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Embrace the change that is happening as you begin your college career. College is a time when new ideas, skills, and people are constantly entering your life, and this is an incredible opportunity to challenge those ideas, learn those skills, and gain great connections, both personally and professionally. Don't go around passively accepting things as they are. Challenge yourself to do more and go further. You'll surprise yourself with how much there still is to learn about you and the world around you. As you head into your first year, expect the unexpected. I can guarantee that you'll have a class you don't like, a test grade you're not so happy about, and a mistake that you'll inevitably make. These experiences are not meant to bring you down, but are there as an opportunity for you to grow. I'm excited to see all of the great things you will do and all that you have yet to become. Welcome, Stevens Class of 2024.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we start, I want to thank the faculty, administration, and students who make up the Stevens community and work together to represent our school as an excellent institution of higher learning. I know these circumstances are unlike previous convocation ceremonies, but I applaud our continued ability to come together as a school. I also want to grant a warm welcome to the class of 2024. Allow me to take you out of this auditorium and into the back of an ambulance. Aside from being the chair of the Honor Board, I also volunteer as an EMT for the Hoboken Volunteer Ambulance Corps. I rely on my patients to tell me the truth so I can provide the care and treatment they need, and emergency department staff rely on me to tell the truth to make the transfer of care seamless. When I am giving a report, I have to tell them everything. What the scene looked like, how I treated my patients, the information they told me, and an exact timeline where everything occurred. In these instances, my honesty is crucial to the continuity of care and an essential part of ensuring my patient's safety. Now, I don't mention this example to make every instance of maintaining integrity a life or death situation, but rather to stress the importance of integrity beyond the classroom. No matter what career you pursue, everyone finds themselves in points of accountability and integrity, no matter where our education and careers lead. Here at Stevens, we pride ourselves in instilling these values as they are the foundation for success in the rest of our lives. The Stevens Honor System represents a commitment to values that foster an environment of accountability, honor, integrity, and respect. To quote President Abraham Lincoln, "I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. Your best work is your honest work." Practically speaking, this means that when you have a final paper to write, the words you use are your own, and not a haphazard rearrangement of a Wikipedia article thrown together at the last minute. Success achieved through another's work lacks meaning and fulfillment. You should always strive to make your work a product of your own effort and be proud of the fact that it is your own. Your induction to the Stevens Honor System also marks your induction into the Stevens community. How you conduct yourself not only reflects on who you are, but our collective behavior reflects on how Stevens is regarded as a whole. Thus, accountability is as much a collaborative endeavor as it is a personal one. Each student holds themselves and their peers accountable under the honor system, and through this shared commitment, our community is strengthened. Today, I ask our new students to pledge their commitment to the Stevens Honor System and to maintaining our community of trust. I ask all new students to please rise if they are able, and please repeat after me as I recite the pledge. I pledge that I will conduct myself with honor, integrity, and honesty in all of my academic endeavors. I pledge that I will uphold the principles of the Stevens Honor System and preserve our community of trust. Congratulations to the class of 2024. You are now officially Stevens Ducks. I wish you all an honorable academic year and the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam and Zameen. Our next speaker is Dr. Don Lombardi, a university teaching professor in the School of Business, also the executive director of the Stevens Healthcare Educational Partnership, SHEP, and the academic director of the Stevens Veterans Program. As the innovator and leader of SHEP, he's secured 7 successive grants from the state of New Jersey, resulting in over $3 million, and is the innovator for SAT Max and Action College Prep programs for urban high schools. Dr. Lombardi has consulted over 170 healthcare organizations, has developed 7 accreditation programs for the American College of Healthcare Executives, and has written over 40 articles and 12 books. Dr. Lombardi was selected as the Alexander Crombie Humphreys Distinguished Professor at Stevens in 2014, the Outstanding Teacher of the Year by the Stevens Alumni Association in 2016, and the Outstanding Teacher of the Year by the Stevens Student Government Association in 2017, and you will soon find out exactly why. Dr. Lombardi is also a genuinely kind-hearted professor who just loves teaching and loves Stevens. His positive energy is contagious. I know you'll feel it too as you hear from him now.
Well, greetings and salutations across the great Stevens Duck Nation. It is wonderful to be with all you today. I'm deeply honored to be here today to be the keynote in what is a celebration, perhaps a little unique in terms of circumstance, but that's all right. We're all Stevens Ducks. We persevere as the university has for the past 150 years. My name is Dr. Don Lombardi. I am very fortunate to have several jobs at Stevens. I'm a teaching professor in the School of Business. I'm a former Marine Corps officer and the academic director of the Stevens Veterans Office. I run the Stevens SAT Max program where we deliver SAT and ACT training to urban high schools across the state. And if that isn't enough, I also run the Stevens Healthcare Educational Partnership. So you're looking at a very fortunate guy. Again, I'm very honored to be with all of you today. And of all those jobs that I have, the one that I like the best is teaching. So I'm going to be innovative. This is the Innovation University. And as we celebrate all of you joining our community, what I'd like to do is do a little bit of teaching and talk about why I think you're here and how you're going to be successful here in the next 4 years, which will likely be some of the best 4 years of your life, if not the best, okay? So innovation means using what you have and bringing it up to the maximum. So what I'm going to do is talk about why I think you're here and what will continue to make you successful as you go through your 4 years here at Stevens. The first factor I'm going to add in to and don't worry, this isn't calculus, there won't be a quiz, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is decency. And I want to talk about decency basically being the ability to do the right thing in any given situation. And I think this is integral to our community, Castle Point. I think it definitely is one of the things that got you here today. Because being decent, being compassionate, taking care of others, and doing the right thing despite obstacles, despite what might be in your way, is really a blessing and one of the basic values. And when I say values, I'm not using it as a noun. I'm using it as a verb. You either value it or you don't. And this gets instilled in us when we're young. I mean, how many of us, the first movie we ever saw was a Disney movie? I know that was the case for me. Way back in the previous century in Bayside, Queens, my dad took me to see Pinocchio on Bell Boulevard at the theater. I'm thinking about it now, and it still resonates. The idea of Pinocchio being told by Jiminy Cricket, all right, to let your conscience be your guide. And that would be the tip I would say going forward on decency. To always let your conscience be your guide, but most importantly, and perhaps a little more tacitly, always think of the other person in all your dealings. Start with the receiver of your message, not you being the sender. What do they need? How can you best help? How can you be selfless? And acts of honor are always found in selfless service to others. So that's the first factor I would put in. The second value that I think we celebrate here all the time, and I think all of you have, is fortitude. Fighting the good fight. We have a saying up here at Castle Point, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that means working through adversity. That means being strong of spirit, okay, but also being strong in terms of action. That means being able to say no. That means being able to say, no, that isn't right. I think we should do it this way. And it's past just being a moral thing. It's also the thing of being very strong in terms of character, all right? And certainly you had a great example of that with the book that you read over this summer, which I think is a great book, by the way. And I've been able to have the blessing of working with people in Flint and Saginaw, Michigan, with SHEP, with the Stevens Healthcare Educational Partnership. Fortitude's part of that. And also with the eyes can't see what the mind doesn't know. is part of the message that you got already. So let's factor into that industry. Working hard, working smart. Now, I'll bet of all 5 of these, this is the one that's the most obvious, because you're like, hey, Doc, if I didn't work hard, I would be at Stevens. Correct. My one tip for you here, it's a tip I gave to the great 42 students who you're going to be joining, your new classmates who worked with me over the summer for the Stevens Healthcare Educational Partnership, designing educational modules for all the hospitals, the nonprofit urban hospitals that were impacted by C-19. Do not go into overdrive. Make sure you take care of yourself physically, make sure you take care of yourself mentally, and ease up that wonderful high power intellectual firepower that you have, and make sure that you take time to always, always, always enjoy the wins as much as you might beat yourself up over the losses. Now we'll go from one that's probably integral to all of us to one which is the most obvious, which is integrity. Trust is based on integrity. And certainly you find this in all great leaders. You find this in the wonderful folks who raised you, and they would be the exemplars, all the people who poured all that love and devotion and time and energy into you becoming the person that you are now that's brought you to us. And you want to make sure that as you continue forward to always celebrate their lessons and always make sure that you use all of that great learning that you got and be honest, thoughtful, and direct in all of your communication. And finally, we have knowledge. Now, not just knowledge for the sake of knowledge, but the pursuit of knowledge and wanting to learn all the time. Be open to feedback. You cannot grow unless you're open to feedback. And also, don't be a know-it-all. If you're a know-it-all, you're going to be stuck the rest of your life just with what you know today, okay? And that would be a shame, and that's not what you're here for. You're here to learn every day. So with that in mind, if we add this all up, we come to our community, our Stevens Castle Point community, which we're celebrating today with all of you. We're so excited and grateful that you're here with us. And remember that community means a common unity. Nobody wins unless we all play to win. And always, as we extend our best efforts, make sure that you keep 2 things in mind. And these are my final tips to you. In the morning, as you look up, look out over the beautiful Hudson River, look to the east as the sun rises, and in whatever way you worship, in whatever way you summon the good of all good work, you say to yourself a very simple prayer. Give me everything I need so that I can be everything I need to be to everybody who needs me. Give me everything I need so I can be everything I need to be to everybody who needs me. And then at the end of the day, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I learn today? Did I work as hard as I could today? And was I honest with everybody? If you worked as hard as you could, if you were honest with everybody, all right, and you learn something new every day, you're in control of that every day, and you're going to continue to grow and continue to develop. And I can't wait to work with all of you, as I know all our faculty, all our staff, and all our great leadership does. So I wish you the very best. Anytime's a good time to get an assist and to reach out to any of us on anything as you embark on this wonderful journey. Okay? So thanks again for this wonderful opportunity to talk to you. I look forward to seeing all of you. I just can't wait to work with all of you. And forward we go.
On behalf of the entire Stevens Alumni Association and 50,000 alumni across the world, welcome to Stevens. As we continue to celebrate our milestone anniversary, it is an exciting time to be a part of the Stevens community. These past 150 years have been steeped in tradition of innovation, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy, the legacy of the Stevens founding family. Since the doors of Stevens opened in 1870, countless students and alumni have advanced this legacy, demonstrating through their achievements how a passion for discovery and invention can produce innovations that make a positive impact in our world and I wish to share a few of those with you. If you've ever opened a package and had fun popping the bubbles inside, you can thank Alfred Fielding, class of 1939, co-inventor of the bubble wrap. And as you head into the library, if you look up and you see a mobile, you can thank Alexander Calder for bringing that art form to life, and he was from the class of 1919. Amongst the class members in 1960 was Richard Reeves, a journalist, political commentator, and author whose work in print and in television earned numerous awards, including an Emmy and a Peabody. And there's many more distinguished alumni. Aaron Cohen served as director of NASA's Johnson Space Center. John McLean co-founded the first corneal eye bank. Beatrice Hicks co-founded and then served as the first president of the Society of Women Engineers back in 1950. And Virginia Rusterhoff paved the way as our first female chairperson of the Stevens Board of Trustees. Our more recent alumni have already reached career milestones as well. If you recently watched the Godzilla movies, then you experienced some of the virtual special effects of Julia Howe, class of 2001. Jay Weinberg, class of 2014, balances Stevens' course load while playing sold-out concerts for the Grammy-nominated metal band Slipknot. And have you ever gone online to check out some tech reviews before taking the plunge? Then you might have checked out Marquez Brownlee, class of 2015. He's the creator of MKBHD, a tech-themed YouTube channel that influences over 11.5 million subscribers and is sometimes regarded as the best reviewer of technology on the planet. As you find yourself walking around campus this semester, I hope you take special notice of the Torchbearer Statue at the heart of campus. It is a daily reminder of the passing of wisdom from one generation to the next. Today, the torch is passed on to you. And in that spirit, I formally wish to present you the banner for the class of 2024 to be displayed at all gatherings of your class. Over the next few years, you will make decisions and take on challenges that will shape our world. How will you carry that torch and live out the Stevens legacy? I know I speak on behalf of the entire Stevens Alumni Association when I say I can't wait to find out. Good luck.
Thank you for joining us today, and once again, welcome to the Stevens family and best wishes for all your endeavors at Stevens and beyond. We close with the traditional singing of the Alma Mater presented by the President's Ensemble.